like the feeling that when your friends ask you what you got for homework, you can say, I don't have any homework. It's really nice over here. There are extracurriculums along with studying, and they always teach you until you can hold it. I like how we learn between all age groups, and I like how our teachers explain us with materials. We have different materials for each subject. Before we learn something, we ask ourselves, why do we learn this? I like the feeling that when your friends ask you what you got for homework, you can say, I don't have any homework. Or they ask you what your uniform is, and I can say that I don't have any uniform. They can ask you what your grade is. I say that I don't have any grade. So I like that feeling. When you don't understand something, the teachers will just keep repeating it to you in different methods until you understand it. It's just a big library. I love books. That all the teachers here are very calm. You can sit with your friends and you can read whatever you want whenever you want. My favorite thing about the presentations our teacher gives us is she makes us feel interested by the presentations, and she makes us feel have some interest for the presentations. And when we really don't understand what to do, she is very kind and she is happy to repeat for us. It is educational, fun. In the afternoons where we have extracurriculars, say like football, sports, art. You get to choose which extracurriculars you want, and you're not forced to do anything. I like learning about history, art, zoology. I get to be with my friends. One of the things I love the extracurriculars. Like we get gymnastics and all kinds of things. Second, we can learn at our own pace. My favorite part about this school is the community that understands my struggles, weaknesses. Everybody are kind. We get to learn in our own pace. There's a gigantic library, and then we are good friends.
The elementary years are great for both reasoning and for imagination. So when we talk about reasoning, very naturally we will talk about math and science. These students are spectacular at figuring things out. And we feel it's so valuable to not just give them the answer or give them a technique, but allow them to discover and reason out answers and situations in nature by themselves. The other aspect at this age is that this elementary child is wonderful in imagining new worlds, in imagining connections between worlds, and this shows up in their work in the languages. A lot of these students are excellent in creative writing, they're excellent in creative expression, and we also want to provide avenues in the arts, in music, where they can fulfill this imagination that they have in their minds. In this program, we believe that diversity is important. So we will offer a huge range of activities that support both their reasoning and their imagination. This ranges from all of the academic work that they do in the classroom, but also towards all of the art, the music, the creativity, the performances that we'll offer as part of school life in the elementary years.
From the end of the primary years, it starts, the understanding about what is right and wrong develops. Understanding of, I enjoy being in social groups. I want to belong to that group. And I want to do certain things for the group, for the community. It expands now. They've been doing that in the primary years, but now it's beyond the small group. It's beyond the different social groups. Elementary years ask for social connections. since their curiosity is also at a higher level, they ask questions. They ask questions of how, why, when. Even the right and wrong becomes a big discussion. They're always in the conflict whether it's right and wrong during the starting years. Slowly, they are with so many complaints during those years. They are yet to figure out. They come to you more often. They will stand for why you have done that to them, or why you have not talked to me, or why that child has taken something from me. So there are so many things. They're coming to you for an answer, but they are trying to figure out. Actually, it is like they are trying to figure out themselves. They are clearing their doubts by asking.
They come into the environment, they want to quickly interact with their educators, with their peers. After that, we come together. This is also a place where we build community. We meet together. We have community activities like sharing news, sharing experiences, reading about what's happening around the world, saying some nature or earth prayers. And then each child, everybody, they move on to their independent work. They move on to their work, and in between they will be called for offering new lessons. We end it again with coming together, reading some stories or some grace and courtesy, or just having conversations and reflecting on how our day was.
The elementary child craves novelty. There is a tendency to get bored. There is a tendency to want to try new things. And so the approach we take as an educational program is to offer them a huge range of things that they can explore. We don't know before time what they're going to end up loving. And hence we feel it's incumbent on us to show them 15 things, 20 things in the course of a year, so that then by the end of that first year or the second year, we get to understand what is it that this child loves, and then chart a path by which they can explore that journey for themselves.
We realized that there are sensitive periods in the timeline of a child. So you will find those sensitive periods where the child will be more open and willing to pick up a new skill or a new subject, and you will see this being tracked very, very minutely. The teachers are so well trained that they are able to pick up, now this is a sensitive time where the reading should be involved. The child shows those signs that the reading is, she's interested in reading, and they will then nudge and help and support child to build that particular skill. Similarly, there would be a phase where the child would suddenly start showing interest in mathematics, and then in mathematics, any particular operations, for example. And then you will see a teacher being able to note that and nudge and support and scaffold learning of the child for that particular domain, which is the sensitive period of the child. And I think for us, it was magical to see suddenly both Noha and Ziva picking up those elements on their own without any intervention from our side, without any work from our side.
So what we track in the elementary is you're doing some work, You go up to have a chat, but are you coming back to your work? And you'll be surprised to know the majority of children, they go have their chats and they come back to their work.
You know factors, right? No, and multiple. Factors and multiple. So, if for example, the 2 is there, 2 is there, 20, 2 taken, then 20. Like that. Or like any multiple which comes in the table, or the factors of that number you have to place place. That's how the game works. It does not matter about winning.
Okay.
It just matters about. It just tests your brain about factors and multiples.
We call the elementary years the period of big work. We believe the best thing we can give elementary students is the ability to find something to love and to do it very deeply. We know that all of these students come with passions that they have. We fear that in certain environments, in certain schools, they're not provided with the opportunity to dive deep into these passions. And we believe our role is to show them that they can be great at that one thing that they love. Find an area to love, do it deeply, and become great at it. We think that cycle is psychologically very important for the elementary child, and that's what helps them through the adolescent years and then through adulthood, because they know that they can be great at something that they like.
Now the work that begins in elementary is to meet the tendencies that are coming up in elementary child, which are of reasoning mind, and the child is ready to do analysis and also with imagination. So in language, we offer grammar, parts of speech or sentences by offering and analyzing these, the work of the words. We also offer, as they are ready to imagine, we offer opportunities for their expressions and for their story writing. If you look at math is offered very differently. The child is getting ready for abstract, but still it's not fully ready, and we offer a lot of materials which build visual understanding to the child, and gradually from these concrete materials the child moves towards abstraction. We also offer cosmic education, which is a combination of subjects of sciences and social sciences. These cosmic topics will also be supported by our very famous 5 great stories, which are one of the principal in Montessori curriculum. These stories are offered first to build the understanding of how things came to be. Second, to build gratitude towards towards the people who came in the past, who contributed to what we have today.
Things like, how does a child go deep into a subject or a topic without even realizing, the child is going so deep. For example, there is a chart that the students had done where it was the journey of evolution of human race from prehistoric times to all the way to modern man. And we had, I think we had seen this topic being taken up in grades 9 and 10, but the kind of chart that the students had done, which was a several meters long chart where they had gone to the depth of these phases, that, for example, we would never see otherwise.
we do provide different lessons on different days. But when we do that, we don't tell them what we are about to say. We want that curiosity, the wonder to be still there in them. Once we give, we don't completely answer. We don't completely say. We wait for them to realize certain things for themselves. And when we give this topics, they come up with the interconnectedness between these subjects.
A lot of people believe that you can't both have rigor and choice. They believe that for rigor to be developed, students need to be forced, they need to be tracked, they need to be disciplined. In the Montessori world, we don't agree with that view. We believe that offering choice is the route to rigor. By allowing students to decide when they want to choose a particular piece of work, it allows them to build a sense of ownership in that work. By surrounding them with peers who are often excited about different pieces of work, we allow them a chance to also get excited in that piece of work. So we truly believe that rigor can never be enforced top-down. It needs to emerge intrinsically in the child. And by creating an environment, both spatially, in terms of people around you, and in terms of the role of what teachers are telling you, we think the rigor will come.
Now, from the primary environment where the child was doing the self-construction, here in elementary, the child is becoming a part of society. This is the age where they build their moral values, and hence they want to constantly check with the people whom they trust or whom they have confidence with, of building the understanding of right and wrong. And that's when they approach constantly. Here our role becomes very important to monitor, to be sure of not touching the two extremes. One of the extremes is not to be there to solve each and every problem, so that we can hamper the confidence of the child that I am not sufficient to solve my own problems. I always need somebody's or an adult's support. At the same time, we don't want to make child feel being dismissive of, we are not there to attend them or we don't care for them. So maintaining this balance is very important, and that's where a grace and courtesy plays an important role, where we solve our problems or we give these moral lessons through stories, through experiences. It could be a fictional story, it could be a true experiences, and it is not just offered that this is what is right, this is what it is. We have, as these children are able to logically and understand and reason things out, it's always done in a form of discussion, where the child agrees and understands if certain thing is done in certain way, why it is so.
Imagine you're an elementary student in the classroom. You've just got a lesson and you've been told, here's this problem set, work on this problem set and meet the teacher a week from now. Now as a student, you need to plan when you're going to do this work, who are you going to do this with, are you going to do it in school, are you going to maybe take it home? There's a whole host of decision making that you have to do. This, we believe, is actually the most important learning they're having in this program. They are deciding how to allocate their time. As you know, many adults aren't great at time management. We want our elementary student to start becoming pretty good at it. So we truly believe maybe the biggest benefit of the program is in developing what we call executive function. It is about knowing how to organize yourself to hit your goals. And if anything, we think this is the most crucial aspect of their education that will benefit them when they're adults.
parents ask us about having spent so many years in Montessori environment, how the child is going to adapt to conventional or other methods sooner or later when they have to enter. It's obvious for them to think so, but we always remind them the purpose of Montessori learning or education is not just academics. We are actually focusing on building a child for the future who is confident, successful, and content. And these things are attained when the child is adaptable and is a problem solver, has already learned how to learn for himself or herself. So the child already has love for learning, and they know how to build their own path.
One of my doubts was boards are still to happen. They're still not talking about boards, and okay, I'll know exams, but at least some evaluation process needs to happen. And when I got the first progress report of Ayansh in 2019, somewhere in the middle of the year, he joined in February 2019. It was somewhere in September, October. I think that helped me quash my doubts in the sense that it was so detailed. It was very qualitative rather than quantitative. Oh, maths is able to add 2 numbers, 5 marks. No. It was like he has started showing the behavior. He's now adept at the behavior, which made me more confident of the fact that, okay, concepts are getting clear. Over the time, getting mastered in that particular subject or skill is actually going to rest with the child and with support from educators and parents.
The other children, they get homework and they are doing more work at home. Why not my child? Answer to these things are very clear. The child gets enough time in school, in lower elementary years, to explore and learn. There are certain reasons why they cannot do certain work at home, because they are still building their abstract mind. They are still working with concrete materials, which they have exposure inside the classroom only. Secondly, the work cycle provides them enough opportunities to explore their interest and go deeper in it. If anything, the child has to do at home is to experience beyond these academic work.
As you know, in Montessori, we don't have formal exams. Very often, this makes families nervous. They believe that without exams, it's not possible to know how well a child is performing. I think that's a misconception. What we do in the Montessori world is that we constantly assess each child. These assessments happen on the fly every day, but they also happen in a structured manner, especially as the child hits grade 3 and grade 4. Each of these students are tracked based on how well they're progressing on their math and how well they're progressing in their reading and writing. Based on this tracking that we do very formally inside the classroom, we're very confident in saying that the majority of these children are ahead of what their counterparts will be doing in other schools in the city, or indeed in CBSE boards or Cambridge boards across the country. What we believe is the differentiator is that the curriculum truly meets you where you are. So if you're a child which needs more scaffolding, which needs more support from the teacher, we're able to provide that for you. If you're somebody who's a great self-learner and you just want to be liberated, we can provide that for you too. So what we end up seeing is we have a whole host of students who get the extra support they need and they're running on par with students elsewhere, but you have a bunch of students who are way ahead, and they're way ahead in the areas they love. And that's what internally we call this T-shaped learning. So that the horizontal is the fact that you're maintaining level ground with students anywhere across important subjects. But the T, the vertical, is the depth that you've got in that area of your choice. So it could be that we have a student who's keeping track in the languages, but is personally passionate in math, and so they're operating 2 grade levels above. This is what we end up seeing. We see T's everywhere, and the depth comes in different areas. And that's for us something to celebrate.
I would think by the end of the year, he's the person who's independent, responsible, and can stay for a longer period of time with one book. And he's curious still. It's not finished, right? He carries his curiosity further to the next level, what he wants to, next level of education where he will go. And now the social bonds, it starts with complaints, it starts with figuring out right and wrong. Slowly he kinds of directs itself to understanding, to empathy towards each other, to kind of deeper friendships by the end of the year. They bloom beautifully at the end of the year and they carry it forward.